Thank you again for tapping into another episode of Soul Purpose Farms, man. This is Aaron.
It's big.
It's Quez.
Okay, man. So how y'all been doing, man? I know it's been a little second, but we back on road, man. Back on track. How y'all been feeling?
I mean, good. It's been good. It's been good. This was a real smooth week. I can't even complain. Life is good.
Same here, man. Living lovely. The kid is working.
Right. Taking a day at a time. But life is good. I can't complain.
That's hard.
What's up with you, Aaron?
I ain't gonna lie, this past weekend probably one of the most stress-free weekends I done had within the last last month or so. I was able to go see a football game, do a lot of reflection. Just left at the lake doing some reading, man. I really want to start. Me and Vic was tomorrow. I really want to start a book club, boy.
What, you turning over a new leaf for real?
Yeah, I really do want to start a book club. You know what I'm saying, and invite some of my other constituents to join us. You know. Yeah, but one of the books that I didn't picked up is that Ted Turner book. That boy Ted on a whole nother level. Quiz, like you tap into that Ted Turner book is it's called a quest for some quest. I put seen the link to the book, but it's talking about his journey into like the bison industry and what bison can do for the environment. Like, you know how we always, you know what I'm saying, got our goal in mind as far as acres, you know what I'm saying, want to own and want to operate agribusiness on. So what's your number, like if you can have your dream number of acres, what would it be, Quiz? I ain't really put your
right now. It's 9 for me.
Huh?
Right now it's that 9 for me. That 900.
900 acres.
I want that 900.
Okay, but boy, look here. What I'm about to say, you might close the laptop on this. Are you ready? Man, I'm reading the book, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, okay, Ted Turner, you know, growing up in Atlanta, metropolitan Atlanta, really Decatur, the east side of Atlanta. You know, we always been enamored with Ted Turner. So I'm reading the book. And he was like, yeah, I want to get to the bison industry. Da 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 da. I'm like, okay, cool. Reading. He was in a board meeting, and they were saying like, so how many acres do you think we need to acquire for you to start the operation up? Man, bro walked out the door to my, get me 1 million.
So that little 900 just for the house.
Boy.
He said, get me 1 million, and end up getting 2 million.
Boy, I'm good on that.
Man,
I'm good on that. Just give me my 9, man. I'm good. I'm good with my 9.
Oh, yeah. Look at Quinn. The boy got 2 million. You know what I'm saying? This book is dated a little bit. You know what I'm saying? 2 million acre squares.
Boy,
that's different. That's different kind of money. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like we thinking about what we like. Dang, boy, we get to hit that dream up. Well, and the chapter I'm just finished up reading, I shared with Vic too. He was talking about far as one of his farms that he bought, he negotiated a deal. He was like, you know what I'm saying? It was a cattle ranch out west. Man, he ended up cashing out straight cash money, $21 million for 107,000 acres.
Boy, he playing a different ball game.
He playing a different game.
Yes, he's playing a different game.
Man, look, I almost pulled up on my what's that? PJ Morton. My God.
Boy, that boy playing a game I ain't got the pass for.
21.
Right.
But think about it, because you do the math, 21 million. I'm doing the math exactly. Read it out. It's a little less than $200 an acre.
And that's not bad when you look at it from that standpoint.
That's great.
Beat that. You can't beat that.
That's a steal.
That's great
compared to today.
Boy,
that's great. But you know what I'm saying? So man, it came out to 196.26.
Well, that's a steal.
And
You know the people was jumping for joy when he presented that check to them, but you know that's still dirt cheap what he got it for.
Yes.
They was jumping for joy, and he was like, "Oh, I just got a major sale on this level."
Man, he's playing a different type
this
of ball
is a bargain,
game.
discount mall.
That's a different type of ball game, man. I don't even know what rec to go sign up for that park ball at.
Quit. You know he gave
sign up for that.
He probably gave them folks that check. They started driving down the street, listen to that young scooter. Can't you again?
But that boy making some deals.
Man, Quinn, like I was like, dang, boy, just reading that, like it blew my mind. 21 million.
That's crazy.
And that's just for 100,000 acres.
Just for
100,000. Some I ain't even fathom. Like I don't even know what to do with that just yet. But that's why I said, give me my 9 and we good. Give me my 9.
We good.
But
man, Kanye tried to tell us though a couple years ago.
He did.
Kanye, you got 40,000 acres. 40,000 acres? Are you guys serious? This is nothing. I'm like, 40,000 acres. But they're different.
Man, that ain't Kanye. That's that boy Ye.
Oh, my bad, Ye.
That's that boy Ye. He different.
But now I'm starting to see like what's 40,000 to 2 million?
Boy, I get that
40,000. 40,000 is just for the house. The house is.
I get 40,000. Call me Lafayette. Totally different.
Boy, I ain't gonna lie, boy. I had seen that. I said, boy, this got to be the book we jumping off in the book club with, boy.
Yeah.
This got to be the one.
You say we going big.
You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it's taking both of our passions. We talking about business acquisitions, plus, you know what I'm saying, land ownership, and far as, you know what I'm saying, like what it means to operate on land to build the environment. I said, then that coined his own term. I said, I have to steal that. Ted, I love you. but you know, he all into that ecology, you know what I'm saying? So he said, eco-capitalist. I said, that's me.
Man, tell Oprah and them sign me up. Man, I'm about to go Amazon that guy.
Man, I'm telling you, you better grab it, man. Look here, because there's only a few copies out there.
I think I took the last one from the seller that I looked up.
I'm gonna send you the link to it now, man. Like, boy, that boy Ted, boy. I said, man,
that was kind of game.
Definitely is.
Different kind of game.
But go ahead, man. We know you done did some great stuff. You know what I'm saying? So talk to us about your experience up there in Arkansas, man.
I ain't did nothing, man. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. I ain't did nothing yet. Boy. I ain't did nothing yet, man. And I had a good time up in Arkansas, man. I went up there for a 4-day applied workshop. A lot of people from the industry were there. A lot of people from Tyson were there for the training, pretty much. So it was like a hands-on training for 4 days. We got to do everything in the poultry industry. We got to tap into every aspect of the poultry industry. Let me say that. From slaughtering the chicken to putting the chicken on your plate. So we got to see everything, and we got to do everything. I was thinking we was gonna get out there, you know, have a couple of lab lessons, couple of class lessons. They like, nah, we want y'all to get y'all hands dirty. So that was cool. That was cool. Yeah, it was real hands-on. They was not playing about that hands-on. It was very applied. So that was a great experience. I just learned a lot about the poultry industry that I didn't know. The ins and outs, man. They laid it all out. Like I said, from slaughter to what's on your plate when you get ready to eat. We did it. So it was real cool. Got a lot of networking done. Met a lot of different people. Also, I was telling Aaron this earlier this week. You know, you don't really know what you know till you put in that position. You know, and a lot of times, I know this science. You know, when it comes to ag, but I don't be realizing as much as I know till they start putting that stuff in my face. And I'd be like, I know this. And then, you know, people from the industry like, oh man, you real knowledgeable about that. Like, you know, the chemistry, you know this, you know that. Like, let's talk. How long you got left in school? What you trying to do? This, that. So that was cool. Got a lot of lab work done. It was practically just applied lessons and lab work. So it was real cool. Another notch in the belt. Got to meet a lot of different people. I had never been to Arkansas, so that was cool. Got to tour the University of Arkansas and got to hang out for a week at they agricultural science facilities, from the poultry labs to the hoop houses and everything like that. They chicken houses and everything. So that was real cool. That was real cool. I had a good time.
Chicken George be proud, boy.
Man, on the shoulder with it.
Man, look here, man. You know I know the real Chicken George. Well, we know the real Chicken George.
Oh yeah, we know the real Chicken George.
Yeah, the real Chicken George, man. Shout out to Boston Richie, man. Tap in with us too. So what about you?
Huh?
What about you?
I know
you didn't dance before. You making major strides.
I am making major strides. I thought you were referring to if I went somewhere this week.
We know you didn't go there, but we know you didn't been making major strides.
Yeah. I've been making some progress on my research, so that's been cool. I got my manuscript, which is a paper, for those that don't know, that's eventually is going to be published into a journal. So I'm really close to that, moving forward in this process. And class been good. Yeah, everything's smooth. It's chill. Yeah, I thought I was gonna say too. What'd you say?
We be trying to act modest, man.
No, I don't.
Look.
What I was gonna say was that I think now, like, we had a part of the semester where it's like the heavy stuff from the beginning of the semester is like it did what it had to do, and now it's kind of slowing down because we headed into like mid semester with midterms is coming. So now it's like that, it's like leveled out, it's real calm, and it's gonna pick back up during that midterm piece. It's gonna slow back down, and then we headed on to the finish lines of finals and stuff. So I think it's at that stage right now where it's just like real, we just coasting. That's where I feel like I am coasting right now.
I know I'm excited about different things. With me, like far as one cool thing I witnessed this year, or this past week, I saw a faculty interviewing for a potential faculty member interviewing for a position in our department. So that was my first time. It wasn't my first time seeing it, but just far as being more engaged with what the interview process looks like, I'm like, dang, it's intense, man. Like, I didn't know like what all goes into a faculty position and how people go about interviewing. Like when I'm thinking about an interview, most people think about, okay, an hour, 30 minutes, sit down, hey, blah, 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 set of questions. Nah, man, them folks going all up and down, you know what I'm saying? Meeting with all kind of people all throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool to see in that, just seeing like the next phase of what life could potentially look like after college. So that was cool. Same with Vic. I then stepped out there, and I know one thing I have to be honest with, I need to tighten up.
What?
I need to tighten up with certain things.
I told myself that this week. I was like, boy, I need to tighten up.
I need to tighten up because I know, like, I ain't been all the way nuts in with certain things because I've been trying to take care of me. And I realized I need to hit my milestones and my goals, but I did not push things to the back burner, but I haven't gave it the same kind of effort as I would my own work. But I realized too, it's all coming together though. But just being able to give myself hard deadlines to get stuff done and just weekly goals to get things accomplished. But shifting the conversation, what I am excited about is the Regional Manners Conference coming up. So I know that's something I'm looking forward to. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a vacation, but just a quick reset, get away, get around other people, especially Black people, because I don't hardly see or interact with too many Black people throughout my days. And it's just good to be around some people, you know what I'm saying? So, which I know we in different regions. I know me and Quez in the same region, but I know you in a different region, Vic. So, what y'all looking forward to, and are y'all excited? What's the deal with the Manners Regional Conference?
Yeah, I'm definitely excited about regional conference, man. This will be my first Manners Regional Conference. So I'll be looking forward to bringing the e-board or our chapter out there and mingling with everybody else. And man, I'm really excited about it, man, and I'm looking forward to it. Man, I slick got mixed emotions about it, but I'm feeling good about it. You know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother subject. But I'm excited to take it to Atlanta and meet with other people and compete against other people in different events and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it, man. This will be my half of my second week out of school, so that part of it kind of bittersweet for me because man, I'm still trying to catch up. You know what I'm saying? I've been away, so I'm still having to get work done and manage that. So that's been a task in itself, but I'm managing. So I'm excited about it. How about you, Vic?
Yeah, ours is week after next. It falls the weekend of our fall break. So that Friday, and then we'll be in Philly. And I think we got like 20 people signed up that's going. So it'll be nice. I'm gonna do a little competition just because we gotta sign up for something. So we'll see how that goes. Regional is fun. I've always been in you all's region. So it'd be nice to see how other regions kind of operate, because I've been in Manners since sophomore year 2012. So it'll be, you know what I'm saying, especially as a graduate student, we done been to nationals. Definitely can't wait till nationals in the spring. But yeah, it'll be nice to be in Philly and be around some other schools.
I don't think I don't want to put you out there on the spot if you don't want to answer it, but like, what make Manners so special with y'all chapter, Vic, that you see different than when you was at South Carolina State? Like the meetings and how it's structured.
Yeah,
But like, I know it's a
I
total
think,
experience.
yeah, I will say between two of us, me and Jeff, myself and Jeff is a graduate student here, and like Manners at South Carolina State was mandatory. Like if you was on any type of grant, you was in Manners. Whereas a school like Virginia Tech is very much student led, which Manners is supposed to be anyway, but it's very much student led. So the participation is based on your e-board and the things that you all do and so forth. So I credit myself and Jeff, you know what I'm saying, Jeff, because he's been in Manners as long as I have, for where the chapter is gone. And then our e-board now, like we have, I think our new folks going to nationals really like created that, like really changed their mindset on Manners. And so we've had we're having a social this week. Our first meeting was like, we had maybe 35 people. We got 90 people just going to regionals, hopefully have more going to nationals. So I think the difference is, one is more student led, and two, I appreciate us like students having autonomy to build the program up how we want to build it up. And so for my experiences and what I'm saying, Jeff experiences and us having a strong e-board, we've been able to build that up, and the program is growing just in the year that we've really had it, because it did not look like this last year. And so yeah, I would say that.
That's something to be proud of.
Yeah, for real.
Because I know that's one thing that we looking forward to expand as far as our membership here with our chapter, to build it out to being like, you know what I'm saying, kind of more robust and get more people involved. But because I don't think people here at like a big institution, they really know the opportunities within Manners has, especially at the undergraduate level.
Yeah.
As far as internships and career opportunities, like coming from my background, I don't know any other place where you got so many opportunities under one roof to take advantage of.
Right. And that's what I will say too. That's what, I'm saying. It was nice to have a solid group that went to nationals, because aside from myself and Jeff and Rachel, with everybody else that came, that was their first time going. So we had someone get an internship that wasn't an ag major, but was in like bio something sciences, and got an internship on spot. Two people that had never been, one first place in undergrad and grad poster. So, and then you travel to conferences aside from nationals and regionals. We have other ag and science conferences that Manners will pay for in totality. So that's what we push too. Like, if you join Manners, shoot, you going to conferences for free. You don't have to go find funding. You getting these opportunities. And so having those people be a part of the e-board, have, like I said, have a solid e-board. You know what I'm saying? I have a leadership role as one of the presidents, but pushing that out there as like a carrot to say, hey, these are the opportunities that Manners has to offer. People buy into that, because a lot of undergrads, one, especially if the conference, you don't know if it's fully paid for or not, you got to go find funding. But if Manners is paying for all this stuff, all you got to do is show up, meals, everything. So we try to push that as a carrot too, especially for the undergrad. And we have seen a stronger undergrad presence in the program now, whereas before it was really just us grad students just trying to build everything up. So
well, that's hard though. But I feel like I'm sitting in the room with royalty, man. We got 2 Manners presidents right here in the same room
Lord.
right now, man.
Not royalty. It's Manners.
Y'all 2 Manners. Like, I know 2 Manners presidents.
It's just Manners.
I know 2 Manners presidents. Like, oh, hey, do you know such? Oh, them my folk, man. Them my folk. Them folk Manners presidents out there, man. That's how I look at it. That's big though, man. That's big.
Come on, them folks, Manners president.
Manners president.
I'm just serving the people. That's it.
Oh, okay. That's
ain't here, man. I'm a suit. I'm trying to get the ball rolling over there.
A public servant quiz. That's it.
That's it, man. That's it. I'm just trying to get the ball rolling, because, like y'all said, y'all both came from state, chapter of Manners, so it's one of them things where it's had its years, then some other years not so much. So we more so in the rebuilding stage, and I'm just trying to get the students to understand a lot of the things that you said, Vic, as far as like, being in the room that'll put you in certain positions, and having internships and job opportunities and graduate school opportunities on spot, because a lot of those students where I'm at, they never seen that, so they don't even know what it looked like or know what they expect with stuff like that. So I'm excited to take this group of students up there and get them that experience, kind of get their feet wet, because a lot of them haven't experienced anything outside of South Carolina State when it comes to academia or anything like that. So I'm excited, not only for myself, but for the students that haven't experienced stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it is, because I'm just thinking about, like, far as we was talking earlier about, I know we mentioned this on previous episodes before, but just like how vital Manners was to me and Vic one year, as far as our journey into graduate programs. Like, we were saying, like, shoot, 5 years ago, we knew, you know what I'm saying, like, it kind of went past our brain, okay, a doctoral degree, but we wasn't really too sure, because how we were brought up through the education system, and I'm just speak for myself, a PhD was something that was unattainable. Like, it was just like, oh, that's too hard. Like, you won't be able to get that. And now I'm starting to see, like, dang, like, Manners gave me that extra boost of confidence, because we was able to meet some individuals, some young ladies, and they were just, you know what I'm saying, they were so adamant about, like, hey, this what we doing, da 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 da. They didn't, you know what I'm saying, they gave us some game, but they didn't really give us no real game. Just saying, like, man, these folks just like us, they working, they moving this program. Shoot, we got to get up in there. But knowing that we didn't come from a strong agriculture school at the time, we knew we were gonna have to work our way in a different way. But just seeing people that look like us, and you know what I'm saying, they was cool, you know what I'm saying. So it made us feel like, okay, we can do this. We can do this. And I remember that ride back in the Hyundai, me and we were like, man, how we gonna do this shit for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, we were like, okay, like, if they doing it, I know we can do it. I know we can get up in there. But like, we did not know it's a whole other process behind it. Like, we were like, okay, cool. Like, and we had to find out through trial and error. But Manners really, if it wasn't for Manners that one night, and we end up hanging out and everything with the young ladies, man, they were and cool people. I'm not in contact with any of the people that we met, but still, just that one conversation from that one night, I'll forever cherish it.
Yeah, I actually shared that story, and so I assisted with facilitating our first meeting, and one of the young ladies was in our meeting, and she in my program, and I didn't recognize her from manners, I recognized her from my program orientation. So she was like, she had, you know what I'm saying? She was one of the girls we was hanging out with. So I shared that at Manners, you know, it was because of Manners, I would never came across her or known about Virginia Tech or grad school or nothing like that had we not been at Manners conference. Like, that was really the reason why I was there and kind of started that journey of me being there. So just sharing that and you know what I'm saying, I think was powerful. And two, Doc, shout out to Doc.
Oh yes.
We didn't have.
I was about to mention Doc. I'm gonna let you finish.
We used to have so much fun. Like, those were the highlights of my time at State, was going to Manners conferences, because we were so deep. But at the same time, and Doc had his own structure, you know what I'm saying? He had his own system of how he ran things. And I respect that, because with us, Black folks, students from HBCUs, you got to bring the reins in. How you hold the reins of the horse, you got to hold us in the reins. And so, you know, so I understood why he ran a tight ship. And so when it came to like meetings and stuff, Doc was running meetings. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were going off of his ideas and his schedules and his PowerPoints and things like that. Whereas on this side, it's a little different. Like, we ask the students, okay, you know what I'm saying, what are y'all interested in? Or, you know, like, and most of them would be like, shoot, public speaking, or how do I present my poster? So allowing them to have like a say in what's happening within the organization, give them ownership, which looked very different. You know what I'm saying? Under Doc, it worked because of he knew the students that, you know, that he had to work with, but here it looked different. It's just interesting to see how programs, you know what I'm saying, how students kind of navigate programs and how programs are set up, because even though they exact same programs, they are not run the same. Like, Doc was running a tight ship at Manners for Manners programs.
Do you think that sets you up for greater success?
His way?
Yeah, at a foundational level.
I think, yeah, absolutely, because I was introduced to it as an undergrad, and because I wasn't really getting that type of structure in my program, you know what I'm saying, like that type of discipline, most definitely, because I knew how to navigate stuff outside the classroom. So like how to have conversations with people out that may not look like me, internships. I'm way more comfortable, you know, working rooms where I'm the minority or whatever. You know, the simple stuff like dresses says how to do an elevator speech, even though that stuff is but it still give you confidence, you know, it still give you confidence to be able to hold a conversation with someone. So I say most definitely, it definitely helped me out. And Doc, much respect to Doc, because like I said, Doc knew the type of students he was working with. And you got to have certain structures and things in place to work with certain type of people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just talking about Black, white, Asian. I'm talking about students that are truly not all the way prepared for you to throw them out there to the wolves. You got to have structure around them. And so Doc had that for us, even though we used to cut up at them conferences. You know what I'm saying? We knew what type of game Doc was playing, and so we had to come on with it, as I say. So I think so, to answer your question.
Do you remember when Doc would snap on folks about dress code?
Absolutely. Doc didn't like females wearing locks, dreads. That
Dog fool with it, man. Speaking of Doc, man, it's a small world, man. So of course, Doc is at University of Arkansas Pine Bluff right now. So I was up there in Arkansas, man. I hit up Doc. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm in your neck of the woods, Doc. He talking, man. Doc was like, man, did you meet the dean, Bo? I said, no, we ain't met the dean yet, Doc. He said, well, who you meet? I said, well, the girl that's over the event, her name is Dr. Casey Owens. He said, oh, I know her. She Manners, Bo. She Manners, Bo. And I said, what? So I'm a member of the American Meat Science Association. And she's one of the, you know, top people in the American Meat Science Association. So I end up meeting with her, and I'm like, yeah, I talked to Dr. Mathis. He pointed me your way. He said, you know about Manners. She was like, yeah, I've been involved with manners. I was like, it's a small world. It's a small world. So it was just cool to, know her through one organization, but then be connected to her through another organization, you know what I'm saying? And not know it at all. So I was like, man, this crazy. Like it's a small world. So she really looked out for me while I was up there just because, I was in manners.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I would always say, like, for like with the manners, man, just seeing people progression, like, you know what I'm saying, after you start being in it for so many years, you start saying like, dang, these people is leveling up, like like they leveling up, they keep on, you know what I'm saying, gaining more success within their career field or within like the graduate school track, then become professors, deans, administrators, all type of stuff. And it really give you a goal as far as like, dang, I can do that. Like, cause you like, okay, and people will give you some game, you know what I'm saying, and they be willing to talk to you. Some people, you still got to navigate yourself, you know what I'm saying, in the right way.
Yeah.
Most people who when y'all start to see eye to eye and they start seeing that you really serious about what you're doing, got a passion for it, they'll sit down with you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I say to somebody, like, if you got the confidence and you at the manners conference, gain some confidence and approach somebody that you see like, hey, I don't know you, I'm such from this university. Oh, what university you work at? Oh, da, 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 da. Can we sit down and talk for like 5 minutes before the luncheon or something like that, or schedule a 5-minute conversation downstairs in the lobby? That's something I would tell somebody to do if I had to reverse the time and sit down and just start gaining as much knowledge as I can from these people, because Doc was one good person, but imagine if we had 15 docs in our pocket.
Yeah.
At that time, you know what I'm saying? Just gaining all different kinds of perspectives, because especially like people who want to get into a lot of these good high paying careers, talking about the John Deere's, the even on the academic side, the deans and professional positions, man, you got to get out there and put yourself out there. But and these people will put you in there like, hey, do this about these opportunities. Like, that's one thing I can say about me and Vic. We went about it a different way, because we using the research that we had, but it wasn't still like we seeing now. Like, man, it's listservs going out to me and Vic now. Like, oh, we looking for 2 students. Do you know 2 students? If you do, email me, call me. We not knowing that's how the game really is, because we didn't have that inside connect, sharing that type of stuff with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I can say that's a difference now. Like, you know what I'm saying? On the other side, like, these people really plugging their folks in, you know what I'm saying, for success. And we still doing the same thing on the 1890 side. It's just far as bridging that gap between the 2 land grant schools, because guess what? Most times they gonna give the food to the biggest fish first. Then they're gonna let the runts eat. So that's why like it's really interesting that I didn't mean to get off into that tangent, but that matters, man. It's a very great opportunity, man. I can't wait to see y'all at the regional conference and at the national conference. So any last words y'all want to wrap up with, man, before we tune in for the next episode next week? Motivation to the people, man. Something for them to eat, food for thought or something.
Take it a day at a time. That's all I can say. I swear, it's literally every day. Just take it a day at a time. You can't have anxiety about the future. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's in the future, and what's in the past is in the past. So
that's real. That's real. Take it one day at a time. You can't beat yourself up about yesterday, and you can't trip on tomorrow. So
exactly.
Yeah, take it one day at a time.
Absolutely.
You know, like you were saying earlier, and man, it's good to see people that look like us that's doing this, so it make it feel attainable. You know what I mean? So when you put that all on the table, man, just take it in stride, man. I'm inspired now. I'm not on my 900 no more.
I'm telling you,
I'm not on my 900 no more. I got to go bigger.
You know,
go big.
I got to go bigger, man.
Go big, go big.
I'm glad we was able to do that. But yeah, we're gonna put that together, man. Even if we just do it for 30 minutes after these meetings on once a week, just to chop up. If y'all serious about the book club, man, tap in, DM us, email us, all at Soul Purpose Forums on all social media platforms. Email us soulpurposeforums@gmail.com. we'll get right back to you within 48 hours. And just let us know, man, because we're gonna have this conversation. I believe this is a good book to segue into far as like what we're doing and just sparking that vision within ourselves to be profitable agriculturalists in the near future, which we already are now.
Yeah, I'll say too, if there's anything, and we'll click this up, but if there's anything that you all want to, you know what I'm saying, want us to discuss on the platform, DM us and let us know, because definitely always looking to hear from the people and see what, you know what I'm saying, gaining interest of what do people want to hear, you know what I'm saying, us talk about, you know what I'm saying. We can talk about our journeys forever, which we'll continue to do, but tap in, let us know what y'all trying to, how y'all can be part of the conversation.
Yeah, so
Okay, oh yeah.
So I just want to say thank y'all again, and peace, Queen, peace, King.
Oh Lord.